This is a topic that I've been obsessed about for, I think about it all of the time. Condition your desired identity. In this video right now, um, and I think about this all of the time because it's this magnetism of what do you want and the lies that you tell yourself about you feeling stuck and alone. They are just lies you tell yourself. So, what I've noticed is I've had moments in my life where I have built, or where, like when I was ninth grade, 10th grade year, ninth grade year, I was this skinny, fat kid who couldn't even do one push up. And my gym teacher, it was online, it was COVID year. My gym teacher said, okay, we're gonna make a goal, and none of it was connected. Like, remember when it was just all these boxes and you were all alone. And I couldn't socialize when I was a kid, so doing online I felt like good, but there was just whatever. I was doing, my teacher made this goal, and he said, okay, for the end of the semester, try to make one fitness goal. And the goal that I decided to make, because I was like, you know what, I just want to make a random I want to make a goal that'll be easy, I guess, or something that's simple. And I was like, I'm going to do one push-up by the end of this semester. That was the goal. And I looked at my mom and we were like laughing about it because it's like, oh, you can only do one push-up over like 3 or 4 months of trying to do this. It seems so small and insignificant. But that's the goal we made, and we're like, you know what? We'll make it that so it's simple. And so we email the teacher and we say that's our goal. And he texts back and he emails back and he says, that's a really good fitness goal actually. And we're like, it is? And he was like, yeah, it's manageable, but it's still, a good accomplishment. I feel like it's a good goal. And that did inspire me. And I remember just doing wall push-ups, just to do anything. And I, started doing wall push-ups, started doing, like, I don't know, like that Tanner right there, like probably that. And I got to the point where I was doing 5, 10, did stair push-ups. And by the end of the 4 months, after I'd been working over and over, I was able to do one push-up, maybe even two or three. And that was the very beginning of me working out at all. And I remember there was also fitness goals about running, and I couldn't run. I would get winded walking. I remember these things pretty kind of vividly. What my heart rate was when I would walk around the neighborhood, and it was like really, it was way above. But what these kind of experiences show for me is just having that person who sparks the goal and sparks the moment of thinking about what you actually want, and then validating that you can have that desired identity. And there's so many things in the world that are confusing and lost. Like, so everybody's trying to tell you what is right. Everybody's trying to tell you what is wrong. I mean, a lot of people are. And in this digital age, we're all trying to be the best. The truth almost seems like it's not important in service of what we need to do to get what we want. And so we abandon truth and try to seek out these people who give us this sense of, we're gonna make it, we're the top, we're high value, we're special. And one of the things that I feel with the conditioned identity that I wanted to say was to condition not only fitness, not only that I can overcome things, but to condition feeling, I don't know, like having, like doing good things and having a good heart. Those are important things to condition too, because there's so much that we feel like we're entrapped by. But if we condition the pure heart, despite feeling like the world's bitterness is trying to tell us that everything's wrong, and we condition and we listen to that are all about coming and being our best selves. Like something I really resonate with, and my step sister made these for me because I'm just so obsessed with this scene and the innocence of Deku as I just wanted to be a hero. These scenes they I don't know, they kind of represent something to me. This character and how to the face of danger his heart moved before his mind had a chance to think. And so many times my mind had, ripped through my whole life, telling me being scared, confused. And the thing that saved me every single time was looking at somebody that needed help. It could have been me, a lot of the times it was somebody else who had depression or had negative thoughts. And I just swallowed the feeling of, I can't do this. I have no reason to do this. That was something that really affected me a lot often, was I have no reason to do this. Like, I could do this, but why would I do this? Like, why am I special? Why do I need to do this? I feel like things are just going to work out whether or not I do it, or things are going to be bad whether or not I do it. But that seeing a person, the way that they look at the world, and the fear that clouds their mind, and knowing that I've walked through that fear and I know how to get out of it, and still I would let myself go into these, I would have these spirals downward, like, why do I do this? Why do I do this? And I knew how to get out, but I just didn't, because I didn't see how it was important to anybody or important. And so getting around the people that need you and things that can that's the most important thing for me right now, is I to get around the people who activate this, right? Getting around the people who activate that type of person in me, that can get me inspired to just, I don't know if you can even see this, it's all might, but to be because to be the person that is a hero, you need to have somebody who you feel like you're responsible for, and that you yourself acting is this highest form of love that you can give. And so that's my biggest thing right now that I'm really looking at, is there's been so many times where I leave, or I get scared, or I don't know what I'm going to do next, because I'm like, oh, this person, they don't need me. I'm too much. I do something wrong, and blah, 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 blah. And it's just these either lies, or maybe it's the truth, or maybe there's an ego that's, ripping in my heart, just being like, ah, you're right. Or maybe there's like an insecurity that's saying, oh, I don't it's trying to figure out, like, should I even put in the effort? Does the effort even matter? And so for me, the effort does matter. And I feel like it's trying to search for that, knowing that it matters. And even if it doesn't, consuming things to say that it does. Showing yourself and your body and your mind and the people around you who do love you, who do need you, in really seeing it and letting yourself feel the 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 love that you have for other people and letting other people love you. Because I've had many moments where I've just tried to hide any sort of pain that I was in because I didn't want other people to reject me. And I came from this place of I can figure it out, I can figure it out, I can figure it out. And it's definitely a good place to come from when you want to be in art, like just to be someone who does good things. But just being in the reverent mind that, the process of becoming somebody who can truly feel and do good things, building the vessel, building your body, your mind, your spirit, and constantly conditioning that, and not feeling isolated that you don't have anybody else to be a peer group with. Be reverent with yourself that it's a process and that you're not alone, that you will find your peer group and that they really do exist. They're not out there. I feel like there's just more stuff nowadays about being a hero and being self-sacrificial and having those moments. And I believe in the next years, 10 years, that's going to increase in number by a lot, because we're going into this very hopeless time, or we are in this mix, like with Project Hail Mary, there's this Hope Corps, or the Superman movie, there's these hopeful characters that are becoming prominent again. And that is my peer group. And that's who I love and cherish so much, are people that can say, I don't care what you believe, I don't care what you think, as long as your heart is in a place where you want to figure out, how do I go from being somebody who doesn't know what to do and is scared to somebody who can help those who don't know what to do and are scared. And that's just my mission. That is my mission, to transmute all of the fear, all of the deep, deep feelings that I have on a daily basis towards many different things, and turning how much I really genuinely, I just deeply want to help people who are from the places that I was, scared and confused, into somebody who can do their first push-up, and they can see that even though, it's like, oh, you can only do one push-up, like, you're fat, you don't deserve, like, it's not a big enough goal. At that point, getting that win started my, kind of a heart for fitness, and I lost a lot of the weight, and it's been a long time, and I've been kind of I've been inconsistent, but I do have to say that I am proud of the body that I've built. More proud than if I didn't do it, for sure. And so for me, it really is the daily repetitiveness of, what do you want to be? Who do you want to be? Do you want to be the person that, reads the Bible all of the time and conditions that in you? Do you want to be the hero? Do you want to be the stoic person who's quiet and reserved and tactical? Who do you want to be? And really conditioning that in you, and not getting so isolated when, you have this conditioned identity, but you don't feel like anybody is around. I'm still trying to figure out that last part where you condition the identity, but then finding your peer group. And so, because a lot of people, they're not doing the same things as you, so you feel like you're alone. But that's the goal, is that I'm going to condition my personality and who I want to be and, will or want to become, so that other people can know who I am and see my heart, and they can gravitate towards me because they have the same heart, or maybe not even the exact same heart, but we have the same goal. And so I guess that's something that I want you to represent is there's a heart your heart, the way that you really prove or become who you really are at your core is from watching the things that enliven you and show you that you are doing the work, that you are loving, that you are figuring out how to get to the next steps in your life. And it's a beautiful thing. Your comeback starts today. Your comeback starts today. And it can happen from anything, any moment. Any moment. Go beyond. Go beyond. Put what you want into the world. Everything that you are, everything that you need to be. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't lose your dreams. You will find your people, and your people will be so grateful that you put in the work and you put in the years to learn how to love them best and learn how to love yourself, because that's what your people actually want for you, your true people. I love making these videos. I feel like I never used to like making videos in the past, and they have so much more emotion and aliveness because I don't know, the fear of trying to be perfect went away. And obviously it still comes back all the time, but I love the honesty and I live for it, and I'm so excited to find my honest people who are willing to fight just through and through for their people. Because that's my peer group. People that are willing to fight and sacrifice for the people they love. Show them that they are cared about, show them that they aren't worthless and meaningless, and really devote themselves to the people that they care about. That's what these are. They're a devotion to me so I can heal my own self and love myself. Be the person that can love myself, but also be the person that can show that I do care about the people that are in my inner circle. And I do. So, go beyond in whatever way that means. Ultra! Oh my gosh, that makes me so happy.